23 personalities reside inside of Kevin. The 24th, the beast, is about to emerge. Split is a fascinating look at the power of belief and the effect that it has. What did you think of Split? Are you excited for Glass? Let's talk about it in the comments. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is my theological analysis for Split. We got Glass just around the corner, and I cannot wait to see this movie. Though I will be doing family stuff when the movie comes out, so my review will come. It might be just a little delayed, but have no fear. I am beyond anxious to see that movie, and I cannot wait to have a conversation about it with you guys. So hit that subscribe button and hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified when my Glass review hits. Right now, let's dive deep into Split and the power of belief.
You wrote about a woman in Germany who'd been blind for 10 years. Then 3 of her identities developed sight because of her beliefs.
Each of the 23 personalities, soon to be 24th, that reside in Kevin, they are fully persuaded of who they are. They fully believe who they are. So when they take the light, it manifests changes in Kevin's body because the body manifests those changes to what the personalities are and what they are fully persuaded that they are. So the whole thesis of this movie is that belief changes things.
How do you explain I'm the only one that needs these, you
Jesus talked about this in Mark 11:23-24. He said this, "Have faith in God. I tell you the truth, you can say to this mountain, may you be lifted up and thrown into the sea, and it will happen. But you must really believe it will happen and have no doubt in your heart. I tell you, you can pray for anything, and if you believe that you've received it, it will be yours." Such an interesting verse and such an interesting promise Jesus made about faith and about belief and how we can move mountains and how we can make changes in our lives through faith and through belief. So we got to be careful what we believe in. It's interesting the words that he uses in there: faith, belief, and doubt. You know, that word for doubt, it means to waver. It means like strife rising up within oneself. Another place in the Bible calls it being double-minded. And how can a double-minded person expect to receive anything from God? Because if we're praying to God for an answer and believing we're going to get it, but we're double-minded. So every time a new philosophy goes this way, we're chasing after it. Another one goes that way, we go that way, and we have no firm foundation on which to stand. Well, then if God brings us the answer, how are we even going to hold on to it? Because there's no firm foundation. There's no way to grasp a hold of it. So being fully persuaded, and that's what faith and belief means, being fully persuaded. And that's what these personalities are. These personalities are fully persuaded of who they are. So when they take the light, it creates changes in Kevin's body, and it creates changes around Kevin, just because now Kevin is a completely different person when those personalities take the light. And so this is a great way to illustrate the power of belief, the power of not wavering in doubt, but being fully persuaded. Now here's the next thing that's kind of interesting. Negativity, fear, all that, it's so incredibly powerful. You could walk into a room and be complimented by 50 people, and then you got one person who has one negative thing to say, and you know what we're gonna think on the whole rest of the day? I don't know about you, but I know me. I'll ignore the 50 good things that have been said, and my mind will just swim with all the fear and anger and offense and whatever else around the one negative thing that was spoken. It's amazing that negativity has such a weight in our minds. It has such a weight in our lives that we'll ignore the 50 good things and we will focus on the one negative thing. Kevin has had a horrible life. He lost his dad in the train yard. His mother abused him. He was broken and shattered like glass. And so these personalities emerge to protect Kevin. These personalities emerge to try to maybe put the pieces together or at least protect him from shattering further. But negativity has such weight and such power that eventually some of these personalities come together and become the Horde. And their whole belief system is based on a strong, powerful entity called the Beast. That the Beast will rise up, the Beast will emerge, and the Beast will show them true power. The Beast will overcome all the weak personalities, empower the true broken personalities, because brokenness is where it's at. Only in being broken and shattered and bit and torn apart can one truly find their full potential and rise to who they really are. Do you hear hear the power in that negativity. And so these negative personalities forming the horde are now putting their faith in the beast. They're fully relying on the beast. They're fully persuaded that the beast will give them new strength and new power, and they're fully persuaded in that philosophy that only the broken are the evolved. But to me, it just sounds like envy. That's what it really sounds like. And isn't it interesting that you have Kevin shattered like glass, and now they have a personality where the hide is as thick as a rhino, where it could climb up walls like Spider-Man and has incredible strength. It is an unbreakable personality now trying to cover the shattered personality while trying to glorify that shatteredness, that only through that shatteredness could this unbreakable one, this powerful one, rise up on the inside. And all this person does is go around and use that power to destroy the innocent. And again, I go back to it's envy. It's envy that they were sheltered. It's envy that they aren't broken. So now they must be broken. I emerged through brokenness, so the only way to evolve humanity is to break them. Yeah, we're hiding behind a philosophy of, I'm broken! Everybody else should be broken like me. And when we put our faith in that negativity, and we put our faith in that, it's amazing how it comes out of our mouth, how it comes out in our actions. That fear, that negativity, that could become a massive mountain in our lives. And if we believe it to be a mountain and we believe it to be unmovable, it's going to be unmovable. However, if we let ourselves be fully persuaded in what Jesus said, that we can speak to those mountains and they will be removed and cast into the sea, and then tell it to be removed and have no doubt and don't waver, but we believe it and we're persuaded that what Jesus said is true, we will see those mountains crumble before us. Just think, if the power of the beast was that powerful in this picture in Split, that his hide was as tough as a rhino, and that he was as strong and fierce as he was, and evil can never ever succeed in being as evil as good is good. The beast destroyed Kevin's life. Just think what could happen if we let Jesus take that light and we become fully persuaded that what he says about us is true, that we are forgiven, that we are loved, and that through him we become complete and we become whole. And if we are fully persuaded of the words that he says in our lives, imagine the mountains we can move. So if you saw Split, what did you think of this movie? Be sure to let me know in the comments. How excited are you for Glass? I can't wait for this movie. Let's talk about it in the comments. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button so you're notified for my next movie review, theological analysis, ranking video, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.